All right. We are on time today, folks. We are on time today. No lateness this time. I was late last time, but nothing holding me back tonight. How we all doing? We got Kyle, we got Sharky, we got Steven, Gordon, good to see you again, my friend. My Sheeta, good to see you again. Sandwich, good to see you. Oil Tangs, how's it going? What's going on, folks? Big game tonight against the Dallas Stars. Huge game. Massive. What's going on, Spider-Man? How are you? Welcome back. Ready for more playoff hockey? Absolutely. The boys got to step it up here, though. They got to win a few more games down the stretch to solidify that playoff spot, though. Hey, what's going on, Human Notes? Good to see you again. Using the creepy mode. I love it. Let's go. Big game against the Dallas Stars. These two teams, of course, have met in the Western Conference Final 2 years in a row. And the Oilers have won 4 of their last 6 games against Dallas going back to the playoffs. But in saying that, they've lost their last 2. They won 4 in a row against Dallas last year after losing game 1, and then they lost 4-3 in a shootout earlier this season, and then they lost 8-3. So hopefully they do much better tonight. You're betting the under tonight. Okay. I could see this being a low-scoring game. The answer is yes. Yo, Daniel, how you doing? Cheers to you, my friend. Zane, how you doing? Good to see you. Liam, good to see you again. Always a pleasure, my friends. Christy, good to see you again. If the Oilers win tonight, I have full confidence in the team. I'd like to see them win tonight and then get a win against St. Louis. And then you start to get on a roll, right? This team's only won 3 games in a row once this season. If they could win tonight, 3 in a row, and then you go into St. Louis, a team that is clearly in the middle of a retool right now, and then maybe win a 4th, and then you just start to feel good about your game, and then everyone that's been buying in defensively goes, hey, this is a way that we got to play, and this way is working. Is it pretty hockey? Absolutely not, but it can work. Hopefully they're able to keep it up tonight. Doing the Western Conference Finals? Yes, Western Conference Final rematch, of course. Ingram is okay, so Connor Ingram will be the backup tonight. I can go over the projected lineups here. You have Nuge with McDavid, Hyman, Pods, Dry, Rozovic, Savoy, Dickinson, Kapanen, and then Henrique, Szymanski, Frederick. You have Ekholm with Bush, Nurse with Murphy, Wallman with Stastny, and then Jari and Ingram are the goaltenders. Ingram is healthy enough to be the backup at minimum tonight, so that's huge. Let's do it, Dr. Sandwich. Let's do it. Hey, what's going on, Hockey Bench? How are you? Stars have their number? Well, so far this year, yes. The Oilers in that first game against Dallas had a 2-goal lead. They blew it, lost in the shootout. That second game, yes, Dallas basically dominated beginning to end. So we'll see how... Oh, Dallas is wearing really nice jerseys tonight. I really like the scheme of these jerseys. No meow meows. No kitties right now. I'm sure at some point they'll come and say hi. Usually Franklin comes and hangs out when the Oilers start losing. It's like he knows. Surprised we're not playing Kulak again with all the teams he's been on this year, right? No kidding. What's going on, Lily? How are you? Michael, how you doing? Finally get to watch a game with you? Absolutely. Let's do it. I like that it's an earlier start time tonight. Earlier start time, way better than the 8 p.m. local time starts. I'm sure those of you who are watching out east are probably also thankful that this game is not very late. My team hasn't won 2 in a row since mid-December. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming Vancouver? Hey, what's going on, Tin? How are you? Always a pleasure, my friend. Savage, good to see you again, my friend. Hey, what's going on, Slane? Right? Dallas's jerseys tonight, those are clean. Those are clean jerseys. I like them a lot. I'm betting big on the Jackets making the playoffs this year. Hope they are beating Anaheim tonight. I think Columbus is playing Florida tonight. Anaheim's playing Toronto. But yeah, I'd like to see Columbus in there too. The Titanic was less devastating. Oh no. That's a tough one. That's a tough year. Long season. I remember these seasons, like really long seasons in oil country. That decade of darkness, man. Hopefully for Vancouver, it is not anywhere close to that. Hopefully they can build during the summer, build in the draft, get some pieces moving forward, and maybe in a couple of years start to contend again. The Leafs haven't won a game since they beat the Oilers. I saw that. Yeah, Toronto has not won a hockey game since before the Olympic break. Yes, smash the like button, of course. Oilers win here would be a big step forward. Otherwise, it's back to 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You know what? A loss tonight. Now, I'm not saying I don't want them to win, but a loss tonight, as long as they followed up with another couple wins, right? If you win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, that's totally fine to me. Totally fine. But I do want to see what they have in the tank going up against Dallas. They've had tough games lately. They've been dealing with injuries. If they're able to grind another one out tonight, that will be just absolutely massive for this group. Was that a legit score, Zane, or are you trying to get me to say those 2 numbers in succession? Need more live streams, Austin? Keep doing them. I do them when I can, my friend. I do them when I can. Happy that the last couple I've been able to do. Tomorrow, I should be able to go live as well against the Blues. Sunday, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream on Sunday because I might go to that game. I'm not sure yet. It's Leon Draisaitl bobblehead night on Sunday, so don't lose by 6 goals and I'll be happy. That's a good goal to. You'll be happy tonight. I think you're going to be very happy. The Stars have been doing well, and I don't want to take anything away from Dallas, but I do want to show y'all who the Stars have been beating lately. Dallas's wins as of late, they don't have it. Never mind. I thought they were going to show their last 10. Game info. Nope. Okay, never mind. Well, never mind then. I was going to say a lot of Dallas's wins are coming against non-playoff teams, but again, you're beating teams you're supposed to, so not taking anything away from Dallas Stars. Stashny goal, 4-3 Oilers. Okay, I like that. I agree, Mr. Smackin, 100%. Only Nerves versus the entire Avalanche. I believe the Oilers are winning tonight. I hope so. Yeah, it is Zach Hyman's 700th career game tonight. 5-3 Oil trust. Okay, I trust you. All righty. No major delays in this one. We are getting ready for puck drop here. Tristan Jarry getting the start for Edmonton. 7-5-1 record, a 3.93 goals against average, and an 864 save percentage with 1 shutout with the Edmonton Oilers. And on the other side, you have Jake Ottinger. A little bit surprised that it's not DeSmith, but Jake Ottinger is getting the start. He is their number 1 goaltender. An 899 save percentage, 26-10-5 record, a 265 goals against average. Hey, sounds good, Liam. We'll see you soon, my friend. Enjoy whatever meal you're going to have at the restaurant. Hopefully it's amazing. Only OGs remember the 3-0 lead in the playoffs. All right, off the face-off, folks. Here we go. Puck is down. You've got the Draisaitl line out there for Edmonton. That's going to be sent into the Star zone, but they're going to move it up the ice. Stolen by Podkolzin, though, who's been kind of on a tear lately. So Vasily Podkolzin, his play as of late has been fantastic, and I'm so happy for him. Puck is going to be played in the neutral zone. Dallas is going to reset. They bring it back into their own end here, and both teams are going to make a quick change on the fly. Here's Wallman. He's trying to get it up the boards. Can't get it out. Dallas keeps it alive. It's behind Edmonton's net. Wallman will grab it now. He'll skate forward and give it to Matt Savoy. Third line shift for Edmonton. Great shutdown line the other night against Colorado. Kasperi Kapanen on the forecheck. He's checked off the puck, and Dallas will skate it forward. Sent in deep. Spencer Stashny's going to get chased by Wyatt Johnston. Puck into the corner now. Stastny, he'll just put that puck off the glass, down through the neutral zone, all the way down the ice. Not going to be icing. Here comes Sam Steele for the Stars. Enters the Oilers zone, spins away from a check. Top line out for Edmonton. Here's Heiskanen with a shot, and that goes over the net. It's in front, and they score. Jamie Benn makes it 1-0 already for Dallas. The puck hit the backboards behind Jari. He lost sight of it. It popped in front. Nobody took Jamie Benn, and, well, one shot, one goal for the Dallas Stars. Just like against Colorado. Let's see how this team responds. Steele, he did a little button hook. Heiskanen with the shot. It goes over the net. Tristan Jari is just like flopping all over the place there. I don't know what was going on. That shot went high. Jari like fell. I don't know what happened, if he made contact with Ben or... yeah, I don't know, man. That's not a good goal to give up at the start of this game. So we'll see how the team responds here. We'll see how the team responds. They have to do like they did against Colorado. They're going to have to grind away now. You're down early against Dallas. That's a very unfortunate way to get down in the game. Jamie Benn will enter the Oilers zone again. Top line out for Edmonton. Oh, puck in the middle of the ice. Just missed Robertson. Here's Heiskanen trying to send that puck in deep into the Oilers zone. Nugent Hopkins along the boards. Steele takes a hit from McDavid, and Dallas is going to maintain possession. Blackwell puts it kind of towards the Oilers' goal. Jari pokes it to Nurse. Puck up the middle of the ice. That's kept in by Harley. And Blackwell now with it. And the Oilers' top line struggling here, not getting the puck out. And Dallas is working it. Here's a shot from distance, and that's sent wide. Along the half wall, Trent Frederick trying to come up with it. The Oilers have had a partial change here, but Dallas has had all the zone time. Here's another shot and a rebound in front. Initial save by Jari. Another shot towards the goal and another save by Jari. Oh, my goodness. So the Oilers looking a little sleepy 2.5 minutes in. Shots are 4-0 Stars. What's going on, Don? Hoping the Ducks win tonight. You want the Ducks to win? As an Oilers fan, we need the Ducks to lose if we want to have a chance of winning the division, but... Hey, what's going on, Bubsy? Good to see you again. Yeah, exactly. First shot in. Welcome to Oil Country. That's right. That's what we do here. We give up a lot of first shot, first goals. But now we're going to see what this team's made of. How do they respond? Darnell Nurse is being checked along the boards. He's trying to make a play. He is knocked down. Szymanski down low to support. Nurse does a good job. He's powering his way forward, and he'll just send that puck out, but not deep. And Dallas, once again, with possession. The Oilers have had 0 seconds of zone time here in this first period. We're 3 minutes in. Dallas has basically controlled the puck the entire time since puck drop. I agree, Amber. Can they wake up? That'd be awesome. Oh, man. And there's a pass from Rozovic that went to literally nobody. And here's Leon Draisaitl now. Draisaitl, he'll spin into the middle of the ice. Podkolzin trying to find Rozovic. I don't know about that. Podkolzin steals it. Here's Rozovic. Rozovic gives it to Wallman. Puck is knocked loose and looked like Bunting had a potential for a breakaway, but he kind of just fell there. Not sure if he was knocked down or not. Draisaitl can't get the puck in deep. And Dallas so far, they are the ones who are... they're on top of their game. They look sharp. Puck sent up to Rozovic, just out of his reach. Ottinger out of his goal. Puck will be sent up the ice through the neutral zone. Connor McDavid back out for the Oilers. Their top line, Edmonton, was scored on the first shift of the game for them. If you're just tuning in, it was not a very good goal for Tristan Jari to give up. He had no idea where the puck was. It took a weird bounce behind him. Here's Bouchard. He'll give it to McDavid. McDavid, he'll give it to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard now. Along the half wall to Nugent Hopkins, right circle, spins away from a check. Nugent Hopkins looking for a lane, centers to Hyman, but he's boxed out by 3 Dallas Stars there. I think Nugent Hopkins should try and put a puck towards the net next time, personally. Here's Ekholm across to Bouchard as the Oilers are going to reset Connor McDavid now through the neutral zone with a ton of speed. Just out of his reach, he was checked by Wyatt Johnston. And here comes Dallas on the transition attack. Murphy, though, does a great job knocking, I don't know who that was down on Dallas, but Murphy did a great job knocking him down. Dallas, though, maintains possession on the forecheck. Shot towards the Oilers' goal, doesn't make it. It breaks a stick. Another shot towards Edmonton's end, and then no one's grabbing it. Nurse does pick it up, finally, and Zach Hyman will chip it as he'll look to just get off for a change here. And the Oilers are just looking a little shaky right now. They look like they're a step behind what Dallas is bringing, and here's a 2-on-1 for the Dallas Stars. Cut into the middle. Here's a backhand, and that might have went off of Savoy. Not quite sure. Nurse places up to Dickinson. Dickinson will just bulldozer his way into the Stars zone. He's behind the net, checked by Tyler Myers, recently acquired by Dallas from Vancouver. Here's a puck towards the net by Dickinson, and Kapanen just can't quite come up with the rebound as Ottinger makes his first save of the period for Dallas. Myers will reset. Give it to Bickle, back to Tyler Myers, and now Dallas once again on the attack. Here comes Blackwell. He'll flip it in deep. Spencer Stastny behind his net to Jake Wallman. Wallman, nice little reverse play to Szymanski. Kapanen into the middle, giveaway, and Dallas will keep it alive. Comes back to Kapanen, though. Here's Wallman now. He'll try and flip it out, and that's a terrible giveaway by Wallman. Szymanski now back to Wallman. Wallman up the middle of the ice, and that's not picked up by Frederick. And the Oilers just can't seem to make a single breakout pass, and here come the Stars again. Here's a shot. Oh, and a huge rebound by Jari. That puck basically came all the way out of the zone off that shot by Lindell. Jesus. Here come the Dallas Stars again. That's going to be sent in. Matthias Ekholm. The Oilers got to try and find a way to slow Dallas down. The shots are 5-0. I thought Edmonton had one shot, but they took that away. Puck is sent in by Adam Ernie, the former Oiler Adam Ernie. Some of you will recognize that name. He didn't play a lot for Edmonton. What's going on, Bromsley? How are you? Here's Leon Draisaitl now. Skates it through the neutral zone. Dallas doing a good job clogging things, though. Puck sent around the boards. Jamie Benn, who was the goal scorer for Dallas, sends it into the Oilers' end. Jack Rozovic spins away from some trouble here, and he'll try and wind it up. Being checked in the neutral zone. He tried to give that puck to Podkolzin, who went behind him. Dallas, again, not spending any time in their zone. That puck is deflected out of play, and we're going to have our first commercial break here. Shots are 5-0 Dallas, 1-0 on the scoreboard. The Oilers are not looking very good right now. This is a very tough start. This is not the start that I think the team was hoping for off of a pretty, again, I don't want to be hard on Tristan Jarry because how does he respond the rest of the game after that first goal? But if you get the highlights of that first goal, man, it doesn't look good. All right, just trying to make sure I don't miss too many comments here. Jarry makes me Skinner nervous. Yeah, it's unfortunate. The start is unfortunate. Well, I'll give Jarry the benefit of the doubt here. He played good in relief against Colorado, so we'll see how the rest of this period unfolds. We'll see how it goes, but I agree with Sarge. The boys got to wake the F up. You need this win. Yeah, but I don't need this. I don't want this win for Dallas. Let us have this one, Tin. Let us have this one. Out of town scoreboard check. Anaheim is up 3-1 on Toronto, and the Leafs are probably just going to be, they're going to be tanking as much as they can the rest of the season, I think. Hey, what's going on, Wade? How are you? Are we getting dominated so far? Yes. Shots are 5-0. First commercial break for Dallas. The Oilers don't have a single shot on goal. Well, I mean, the fan reaction will be like they usually are, no matter who's in net when this team loses. Come on, man. Hey, Fleecy. Thank you so much for once again, 11-month member. Thank you so much, Fleecy. Do we come back? I say yes. I say we do. Yeah, no kidding. Jeez. Chat, you're funny today. Y'all are funny today. All right, we're going to have a face-off at the Dallas Stars blue line. Connor McDavid's going to get kicked out of the face-off dot. Nugent Hopkins steps in. Exactly. Playoff mode activated, right? You can just activate it off like a switch, like a light switch. Exactly. Edmonton, there's lots of time to pick up the pace here. They're one shot from tying this thing up, so the score clock isn't something I'm overly concerned about. It's how the team plays the rest of this game in their own end. Ekholm sends the puck in deep. Lindell across to his partner Heiskanen loses it. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He had Bouchard cutting there. If Nugent had found him, man, Bouchard would have had an open lane. Here's Hyman to McDavid. He'll give it to Bouchard. Bouchard with a slap shot, and that goes off the blocker of Jake Ottinger as the Oilers get their first shot credited on goal in the first period. Over under on 1.5 shots in the first period. I'm over. They already have one, so I don't think they're going to go the rest of the period without another one. Any line blender from Knobloch? Not yet. I imagine we won't see the line blender unless they get down like 3 or 4, and hopefully that is not going to happen. So the third line shift for Edmonton. Dickinson's out there, loses the faceoff with Kapanen and Savoy. Puck is going to be sent into the Oilers zone. There's a huge ad just in the middle of the screen, so I couldn't see the puck for a second. Love that. Puck is sent down the ice. That's going to be icing on the Oilers. 11:54 to go here in the first. Hey, what's going on, Sean? How are you? Good to see you again, my friend. So, defensive zone faceoff for Edmonton. Third line out there. They iced it. Defensive, you have Nurse with Murphy. Shot sent towards the Oilers' goal. Nice job by Dickinson to clear that, but Bickle sends it towards the goal again, and that's blocked in front once again. Nice job by Edmonton getting in the shooting lane there. Savoy chases after the dump by Kapanen. Puck in the near corner. Myers, he knocks down Savoy. Dickinson in on the forecheck against Ben, and Jamie Benn just using his sheer will and strength to get by Dickinson, but the Oilers on transition. Here comes Dickinson now. Here's Kapanen with a shot, one-timer, and he put that wide of the net. That was a good setup there, or so that was Savoy. His one-timer just didn't quite connect, and the Oilers iced it once again. Another icing on Edmonton. Do you think the Oilers can make a cup push this year, or will they probably go all in next year? I mean, they will have a decent amount of cap space this summer to work with. I think when this team is on their game, even despite the fact that they haven't had their A game a lot this year, I still think any team with McDavid and Draisaitl can go deep. Here's a shot towards the Oilers net from the point, and that's stopped by Jari. There was another huge rebound, and the Oilers are going to finish up their change here. Draisaitl's out there now for the Oilers. He'll be flanked by Podkolzin. Here's Stastny behind his net. Stastny looks to set something up here. Skates it forward. Nice job. Finds Wallman on the right side. Wallman skates it in, and that's going to be offside. Wallman with one extra move there, and someone bumped Wallman. Now he's not happy. He's having words with Thomas Harley now. Jake Wallman's looking a little grumpy here. I want to see Wallman play a little angrier these days. Being clutch during the Olympics and Four Nations? Well, I hope so. Although historically, Jari has not done well in the postseason. You can take a look at some of the goals he gave up in. I mean, he hasn't played a lot in the playoffs, but don't look up highlights against the Islanders. It's too funny. And there's a puck that deflects high and out of play. And once again, another whistle. Not a lot of flow to this game so far. 10:36 to go. If we let in less than 4 goals, I can consider that as a win. Well, considering how many goals the Oilers have been giving up over the past several weeks, yeah, I think if we put the under as under 4 goals against, yeah, we'll take that. We'll definitely take that. Second line back out for Edmonton. Thomas Harley, almost checked by Draisaitl, and Dallas doing a good job right now on transition. And here's a 2-on-2 now. Puck sent towards the Oilers' goal, and Jari's just going to hang on to that. One shot. Oh, man. And there's some more rough stuff after the whistle here again. I like to see this from Edmonton. You don't see a lot of this from the Oilers very often. I look at Draisaitl. He's got one hand on his hip. He's having a conversation. He's having a laugh. Leon having a bit of a conversation there with, looks like Thomas Harley. He was above 900 goalie in the playoffs for the Oil Kings. Yeah, his junior career was great. All right, here's a defensive zone face-off. For Edmonton, Josh Szymanski in the fourth line out for the Oilers. Szymanski looking to win the draw against Blackwell. And the linesman is just not dropping this puck. That's 2 times he's faked it. Szymanski does win it back to Darnell Nurse. He'll give that puck to Murphy. Murphy up the right wing. Trent Frederick had no idea where that puck was. It went off of his stick. Nice job by Szymanski on the back check, though. Nurse to Murphy, as the Oilers are going to try and reset and get on the attack once again. They have had 0 attacking formation this game, and again, they can't get in deep. And Blackwell's going to beat Nurse to the puck, not icing, in the Oilers zone again. Dallas has spent the majority of this first period keeping the Oilers from getting anything going on offense. Murphy now, up the boards, doesn't get it out. That's kept in by Beck, sorry. Blackwell around the boards. Dallas maintains possession. They have the cycle going now. Here's Lindell to Heiskanen. Heiskanen reverses down low. Nurse gets in the way of that pass. Nice job by Murphy. Flips it to the corner, and here's Adam Henrique to Trent Frederick. Frederick is knocked down in the neutral zone there. I think he went down a little easy. Might have been trying to draw a call. Lindell for Dallas resets. Will the Wallman contract age good? I hope so, because if it doesn't, this team can't afford that. They already have so much money in other defensemen. Here's McDavid now to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins looking to make a move. 3 stars all over Nuge. He's on his backhand, gives it to Hyman. Zach Hyman. He'll give that puck to Ekholm, to Connor McDavid. And as the Oilers finally set something up here. Here's Bouchard to Ekholm. Ekholm protects into the corner. Nobody there for Edmonton. Edmonton grabs it, though. Here's McDavid. Comes out in front. Nice job by Ekholm. Keeps that puck alive. Puck behind the net now. Hyman, Nugent Hopkins fighting for it. 3 stars behind the net as well. McDavid picks up that loose puck. Here's McDavid. Cuts into the middle. Open lane. He still has it. No shot. Here's Nugent Hopkins with a shot, and that's saved by Ottinger. Kind of a weak shot by Nugent Hopkins, and that puck goes off the glass and out of play. As we're going to have another commercial break here, as that top line for Edmonton finally got something going. Some sustained zone time for the Oilers. Where is the best bar spot for people to watch hockey with full sound and nice picture in Edmonton? I'm not sure, Rosie. I don't live in Edmonton, unfortunately. If anyone does live in the Edmonton area and has any recommendations, please make sure that you let Rosie know. All right, how are we feeling, folks? I know the team has such just a really slow start here, kind of like that game against Colorado. Although I found they played with pace against the Avs tonight so far. I don't see that same pace from Edmonton. It looks like it's being slowed way down, and that's probably intentional by the Dallas Stars. So if we get an Oilers-Jets playoff series, I may die. Well, we had one in 2021, and it did not go in Edmonton's favor. Connor Hellebuck absolutely stole the show in that series. And Winnipeg swept the Oilers. 3 overtime wins in the sweep. That was so much fun. I loved it. Because the Jets are close enough. The Western Conference is so weak that the Jets could still push for a playoff spot. It's probably pretty unlikely, though. If the season ended today, who would the Oilers play in the playoffs? They would play Vegas. Off the face-off, Draisaitl in the offensive zone, spins away from a check. Draisaitl across the ice, gives that puck to Stastny into the middle. Podkolzin into Draisaitl. Across the ice, he'll find Wallman. As the Oilers, again, getting their cycle going. Vasily Podkolzin in to Draisaitl. Draisaitl, he's looking, surveys. Here's Podkolzin in front. Oh, and he hit the post. Oh, Podkolzin inches away from tying this game. The power move in front. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Podkolzin, he literally put that through the blue paint. He had Ottinger down, and he hit the goalpost. Couldn't get that puck up and get a clean shot away. Jamie Benn now enters the Oilers zone. Here's Bunting. Murphy against Benn now. Benn loses it. Rozovic pokes it back to Murphy, but Dallas will keep it alive now. Duchesne loses it. Podkolzin throws a hard hit on Heiskanen, and the Oilers puck in the middle here. Murphy will just get that thing out. Here's Duchesne for Dallas. Behind the net, Murphy stops it, or Jari stopped it for Murphy, I should say. And here comes Kapanen, and he's just shoved off the puck there. Behind the Oilers' goal, Heiskanen against Savoy. Dallas is going to bring it up with speed. Once again, here's Duchesne. Partial 2-on-1 here. Duchesne waits, shoots, pass in front, and they score. Sam Steele makes it 2-0 for Dallas. Steele went to the back door. I don't know who it was that was back defending for the Oilers. Could not tie up Steele in time. And that is 2 goals for Dallas. Into the hurt locker. I pretend I do not see. So the fact that, Podkolzin hits the post on one end, and then a minute later, the play comes back. And Darnell Nurse with an inadvised pinch there. I don't know why Nurse tried to keep that alive. And that puck, Dickinson, he just couldn't quite get back in time to tie up Sam Steele. Bouchard, he took the shot away. Dickinson could not tie up the pass. And Dallas with the 2-0 lead. Darnell Nurse with the ill-advised pinch. With Dallas coming in with speed. Cannot be doing that against a team like Dallas. They will absolutely kill you. That's a tough one to blame Jari on just because of where Steele was. And he's trying to, you gotta respect the shooter. Gotta respect the shooter there. It's a backdoor play. That's a tough one for any goalie to read in time. Dickinson has to have his man, but Darnell Nurse shouldn't have pinched. Darnell Nurse shouldn't have pinched, in my opinion. Here come the Stars once again. Shot up from a bad angle. Doesn't quite hit the goalie there. And here's Spencer Stastny with speed. Feel a Freddie fight coming? We'll see. What happened to Austin Matthews? I don't know what's going on in the Leafs game. Hopefully he's okay. Don't want to see any injury to anyone. He scored tonight, too. His first goal in how long? Here's an icing on Dallas with 5:50 to play in the first period. Thanks for streaming so I can listen. Appreciate the play-by-play immensely, Stars fan. Hey, no worries, TJ. I got you. You're probably having a pretty good time right now. Dallas up 2-0. Goals from Steele and Benn. A knee on knee. Who the heck hit him? Suspendable, you think? I'll have to take a look at the highlights later. All right, Oilers at the top line in the offensive zone. Puck will come to Ekholm now. Ekholm does keep the play alive, but Tyler Myers is going to break up the cycle for a moment. And here's McDavid. Spins away from a couple checks. Nice job for McDavid. Can't quite get a shot off. Look at how well Dallas is defending right now. Everyone has a man. Nobody on Edmonton can get anywhere inside. Here's a shot towards the net. That goes by Hyman. Ekholm now. Another shot towards the goal blocked in front. Nugent Hopkins looking for a lane. Nugent Hopkins spins away. He'll give that puck to McDavid. McDavid trying to center it back in front. Around the boards. Here's Tyler Myers. Hyman has it, loses it. Wyatt Johnston battles for it. And here come the Stars. Here's Jason Robertson. Oh, man, he gives it away. Zach Hyman now. Hyman looking for a lane. Turnover by Dallas. Here's Bouchard. And Bouchard loses it. And now you have another 2-on-1. Here comes Wyatt Johnston with a shot off the post and in. All right. Okay. Shots are 10-2 Dallas. 3 goals on 10 shots. Oh boy. I say you got to pull Jari here. I think you can. I know Ingram was hit hard last game, but that's unbelievable. Oh, my goodness gracious. Bouchard with the giveaway. Robertson comes in. Nurse takes the pass away. Shot on net, off the post, off of Jari's skate and in. I should have slept through this one. Yeah, this one, it's all your fault, Amber. Go back to bed. What's wrong? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Listen, normally I would be frustrated at that from Bouchard, but you want your goalie to not give up a goal like that. And again, it's crazy, man. Here's Darnell Nurse. The Oilers still only have 2 shots on goal, by the way, in this period. Draisaitl skates it into the offensive zone, protects on his backhand, trying to center it, cannot get it towards the net. And here's Podkolzin now. Podkolzin protects. He'll play it back to Murphy, and that puck bounces over Murphy's stick. This puck's also been bouncing like crazy this period. What's the word on Ingram? He's healthy enough to be the backup, but they have a back-to-back. They play St. Louis tomorrow. So do you go to Ingram and then play him again tomorrow? I think that's probably what the coaching staff's going to have to weigh before the end of this period. If it isn't defense, it's goaltending. Exactly. Yeah, this is suboptimal hockey. The Oilers literally just look 3 steps behind. Dallas brings it back in now. Here's Ben, shot by Heiskanen, and that goes wide of the net as Dallas once again gets in on the forecheck. Puck out of the reach of Ben, though, and here comes Kapanen with it. Hey, what's going on, noob? How you doing? Too late to fire Knobloch? I mean, this is a very tough look for everyone on the team. I'm putting this one on the players personally, but what do the Oilers play next? They play the Blues tomorrow night. Shot attempts this period, 17-5 in favor of the Dallas Stars. Edmonton just hasn't been able to get anything going. And Louis DeBrusk talking about Jari having trouble picking up pucks. That's just what Tristan Jari does. If he's not, he can't corral rebounds. He can't see through traffic and screens. The first goal against tonight on Jari is horrifying, by the way. burn your shirt, Valley. Oh, God. Are you in the lineup tonight, Valley? For grumpy old men? Do you think Woodcroft is a good coach? Asking for a friend. I liked Woodcroft a lot, personally. I think the team defensively gave up a lot under Woodcroft, but I like how Edmonton's attack was lethal with Woodcroft. I find under Knobloch, he doesn't let them attack as much as I think they should be. This is a team that should be on you all the time on the forecheck. That's my main issue with Knobloch. It's like he's like trying to pull on. It's like the forwards are trying to go and Knobloch's like pulling on a rope and he's pulling them back. In Warmies, there you go. Let's get a couple big dubs tonight, man. Jar Jar stinks his bag. That's not nice. Should we get to Boer? I don't know who you get, honestly. If and I'm not saying it would happen, but if Knobloch was fired, I feel like Coffey would just take over as interim, or whoever behind the bench would just be the interim head coach. I feel like they'd have to do like an actual coaching search this summer. Hire candidates and do a vetting process. Bring back Skin. Everyone wants Stu. Stu's stats in Edmonton are basically the exact same as they are in Pittsburgh this season. Good thing we got Jari. But yeah, it hasn't worked out. It hasn't worked out. I agree. It has not worked out. Listen, it's funny. I love analytics. I'm more of a new school fan where I really embrace a lot of the modern tech that teams use to analyze the game. But there's enough old school blood in me. Grew up in a household every Saturday, Hockey Night in Canada. There's enough old school in me where I would not be against a John Tortorella. I would not be against a John Tortorella. Connor Unger, we need you. I don't know if someone from the ECHL is the answer, but yeah. Oh, everyone be nice. Everyone be nice. Everyone be nice, folks. Listen, there was a big section of Stuart Skinner fans. They're allowed to talk highly of Stu. It's all good. I was very hard on Stu before he was traded. Oh yes, he is named Connor, so 824 save percentage last 6 games for Tristan Jarry. I saw that stat that they popped up on the screen. They're brutal. I agree. We do got to move on, right? We got to move on. Stu's in Pittsburgh now. If you want to keep cheering for Stu, watch Penguins games and enjoy watching the Penguins. They'll likely be in the playoffs again this season. You can watch Stu go on another run. But I'm focused on the Oilers. The Oilers have enough problems to deal with. If we're focusing on what's happening away from the team, we're just going to give ourselves a headache, right? It was Gudas who need him. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Gudas is I'm not going to say anything about Gudas. We got to focus on the Oilers here, folks. A minute 34 to go in the first period. Offensive zone draw. The Oilers lose it, and Dallas will just send it deep. Matthias Ekholm. So if Edmonton can get out of this period only down 3, we'll consider that a success, right? Totally kidding. This has been a disaster period. Puck deflected high up. Bouchard's going to pinch to try and keep it alive. Oh, and Dallas, they almost had a breakaway there. Here's a pass in front by Hyman, looking for McDavid. Here's Bouchard from the point, shot towards the goal, and that's easily blocked away by Ottinger. The game is within reach. All right, top line for the Oilers. Still out there. I feel like McDavid's been out there for a while. Here comes Ekholm now. He'll skate it forward. Ekholm chases it deep into the Dallas Stars zone. And here come the Stars now, 3-on-2. Here's Bunting. He's trying to put that into the middle, and here's Jake Wallman now for Edmonton. Wallman sends it in deep. Here's Wallman. He loses it, and almost interference by Wallman there. Here's Kapanen. Through the neutral zone with speed. And Dallas, look, they got 5 guys back, man. Dallas is going to be trapping this thing up. You are not going to be able to penetrate the defense of Dallas tonight. They are up by 3. If the Oilers somehow come back and win this game, I will be absolutely shocked. Just absolutely shocked if Edmonton finds a way to come back. This is putrid hockey. Can't even watch highlights in the morning when I wake up at 3 a.m. to catch a flight. Well, safe travels, my friend. Obviously, this game is not going well, but I don't know where you're traveling. Don't tell me. Don't dox yourself. But safe travels regardless. Last goal had to be deflating for team morale. I agree 100%. That's the thing, man. Knobloch doesn't let this team play offense. They're trying... He wants them to focus on defense so hard that he's not allowing them to actually play offense. And you still need to score goals to win hockey games, right? Like the whole point of hockey is to outscore your opponent. What good is good defense if you can't produce anything? Exactly. You lose tonight, maybe you go to St. Louis, beat the Blues tomorrow. You can go 3-1 on the trip. That's fine, right? I only blame Nurse on 1 goal against. He had a bad pinch on the second goal. We'll take a look at the Edge Visualizer for a couple of these. And Santos, here's some great news, everyone. The Sharks are beating Boston 2-0. That's great, the out-of-town scoreboard. Toronto did tie it against the Ducks, though. That game is 3-3. Oh, boy. Okie dokie. Let's go over the Edge Visualizer. We'll take a look at how these goals unfolded against Edmonton. The first goal against, this one stunk, man. Like, this is such an ugly goal. Dallas brings it into the Oilers zone. Steele stops up, and then he'll play it to Heiskanen, who jumps up here. And defensively, you've got a bit too much going on the left side of the ice right now. Heiskanen's going to throw it towards the net. It'll bounce off the glass and in front of Tristan Jarry. He bumps into Jamie Benn, and Jarry just like fell for no reason there. Ben just puts it on his backhand and it beats Jarry. It's just a horrible goal to give up. And then here's the play where I didn't like Darnell Nurse pinching. The puck's going to come around the boards. You have 3 forwards deep. 1, 2. Yeah, you have 3 forwards deep. You have Kapanen, you have Dickinson, you have Savoy. Darnell Nurse has to recognize that he has 3 forwards deep here. Right? So Nurse, he steps up, tries to keep that puck alive. He can't. Dickinson doesn't have the speed. And then this puck comes across. And then just on the back door, Sam Steele. Again, that one's tougher to blame not Connor Ingram. That one's tougher to blame Tristan Jarry because you need your coverage on the back door. That's a play where you need your defensive coverage. Darnell Nurse with just a horrible pinch. And Dickinson just couldn't tie up the stick. Sam Steele has too much speed against Dickinson. That makes it 2-0. And then on the third goal, well, this is just a bad one. Now Bouchard, he tried to get that puck. The Oilers just made a change. Darnell Nurse just jumped onto the ice. There's no pass here. Bouchard's back. He took the passing lane away. And Darnell Nurse, he's allowing his goalie to see this puck. This one's 100% on Tristan Jarry. Bouchard takes the pass away. Nurse gives the goalie the shooting lane from distance, but the puck beats Jarry anyways. It goes off the post, off of the skate, and into the net. That's a terrible goal. 2 out of the 3 goals I blame on Jarry, 100%. The only goal I don't blame on Jarry was the second one. No penalties that period, and shots on goal 10-4 in favor of Dallas, and I do want to know what the advanced stats say because it has to be heavily in favor of Dallas. The Oilers had generated literally nothing. Literally nothing. Expected goals in all situations that period, 0.8 to 0.46. Just some of the worst non-existent offense I've ever seen. The Oilers actually almost win an entire period with less than 0.1 expected goal. It wasn't until right near the end they had an opportunity where they got a half or like 0.3 expected goals. Oh my God, it was Zach Hyman. Jesus, man. Woof. At this point, I do have a question for everyone watching. At this point, would you, I'm going to put this, hold on, I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to put up a new poll. I don't think the team would do this, but I'm going to start a poll here. Here's the poll. Would you do this? Would you do this? Jarry should have practiced harder. Yeah, with all the talk that was going on in practice. As a Stars fan, can't imagine a scenario where this game is a blowout. Oilers, we'll see, TJ. Dallas did blow out Edmonton 8-3 earlier this season, so if this game ends up getting even more out of hand, I wouldn't be surprised. Dallas is a wagon this year. Glenn Gulletson has the Dallas Stars playing some amazing hockey. Hey, what's going on, Random Aussie? Good to see you again. Francisco, how are you? Florida won't make it. They're too far back. They have too many teams to climb in the East. I'm not focused on what's going on over there. The Florida Panthers, man, if I was a Panthers fan, they just won 2 Stanley Cups in a row. If I was a Panthers fan, I wouldn't care if my team missed the playoffs for the next 10 straight years. Getting to witness your team win 2 Stanley Cups in your lifetime, let alone 2 in a row, but they got to see 2 in their lifetime. I've seen 0 from Edmonton. If the Oilers won a single Stanley Cup while I am living on this plane of existence, I wouldn't care what happens after that, to be honest. Would I let Jarry finish the game no matter the score? Yeah, listen, he's got to... I am someone where, at this point in the season, if the team hadn't just been so bad earlier, like, this is normally a game where it's like, you know what? Sometimes your goalie's going to have a tough game. I'll pull him just to save him, right? But at some point, there's got to be accountability, and sometimes a player has to wear it. Sometimes the biggest punishment is just letting your goalie continue to play. And maybe you just keep Jarry in and hope for the best. As a fan, you'd want your team to get a dynasty. I just want to see one. A dynasty is like, that would be a cherry on top of an already incredible existence to see a championship. I just want one. I just want one. I'm not greedy. I just want to see one before I die. See, Kieran, I think Bowman has the right idea. I think Bowman has brought in good pieces. The fact that almost everyone that Bowman brings in doesn't work out, to me, that's on the coaches. Because how do you have every player that is brought in where on paper, analytically, and just the raw data, it's like, hey, that should be a good fit. And then these players are just never a good fit for this team. It makes no sense to me. I'm happy for us. Hey, the Sabres, man, listen, if the Oilers, heaven forbid Edmonton misses the playoffs, but if Edmonton is also ousted early, Buffalo, I'm jumping on the Sabres bandwagon, man. Oh no, noob, I could never do that. I am too emotional. I could never be a coach or a GM. I would be terrible at it. I will judge as a fan through the lens of a hockey fan. I couldn't do it myself. All right, folks, I'm going to take a quick break here. Obviously, smash that like button. I don't know how many likes we're at, but the goal tonight is going to be 150 likes. Let's do it. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're going to see how this game goes. But yeah, I will be right back. We'll see y'all very, very soon. All right. Enjoy Chair. Y'all get to hang out with Chair for a little bit. And obviously, I missed a ton of comments when I was analyzing that first period, so I do apologize. I'll come back and try and address as much as I can. We'll see you in a few minutes. I just got to go rest my voice for a bit. We're back. We're back. Let's see what this team has. Let's see what this team's made of. Let's see what this team's made of. This team's going to show us a lot about who they are here in the second period, whether it's good or bad. Nine 2 stars if Jari keeps playing. Oh no. Looks like Jari is in goal to start the second period, folks. It's a back-to-back. Connor Ingram was run into pretty hard against Colorado. This is gonna be on Jari. And it's also the team in front of him too. Tripped me out. Got him. Take a shot for every penalty and goal against tonight. Oh man, you might be drinking a lot if you do that. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who Gene is talking to right now. You know what? I'm with you, Silver Merlin. I'm with you. Let Jari play this one out. You got Ingram tomorrow against St. Louis. If the Oilers beat St. Louis tomorrow, you can go 3-1 on the road trip. I'd say that's pretty damn good. Yeah, that's what that would mean, Gordon, 100%. I think this is Ingram's crease anyways. He should be like the starter regardless. No, I'm not writing it off. I'm just saying if it continues to go poorly, at least they can, have a chance against St. Louis tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. Come back to this. I mean, hey, we've seen crazier things happen here on this channel. We've seen this team have some crazy comebacks. So let's see how the Oilers respond. They have the second line out. Draisaitl keeps that puck along the wall here. And Edmonton looking to get this thing started, looking to get at least one fairly early in this period. Now, Draisaitl's getting checked off the puck. He's thrown forward, but Podkolzin gives it back to Draisaitl. He plays it back to Darnell Nurse. That puck came out of the zone. Thought they were going to call offside there, but they didn't. Game 4 versus the Panthers, comeback incoming. Well, you never know, my friend. You never know. Edmonton, of course, famously was down 3-0 after the end of the first period against Florida in Game 4 last year and managed a huge comeback win. I also did predict 4-3 Oilers in overtime. So you know what? There's still a lot of time for that to happen. But yeah, Tristan Jari is still in the crease. I imagine if he gives up another one here early, they'd probably yank him. You got the script, noob? I imagine you got the script. Here's the play to the point. All right, I'm going to end that poll now. Most of you said call up Pickard. Puck around the boards. Back to the point for Dallas. It comes to Heiskanen. Heiskanen steps away from Podkolzin, who's been out there for a while. Hasn't been able to get off for a change. Now McDavid for Edmonton. He's going to get checked. He'll play it forward to Hyman, just out of his reach. And Dallas again. They just get that puck up the ice quickly. Behind the Oilers' net. Darnell Nurse sends it up to Savoy in the neutral zone. And here's McDavid with speed. McDavid walks in. Look at this by McDavid. Here's a shot and a good save by Jake Ottinger. Nice rush by Connor McDavid there. Here's a play in front. Here's a rebound. Loose. Okay, well, Jari with a point-blank save. Point-blank save by Jari. So he hasn't made a lot of saves, but there was a good save there. Puck sent towards the net now. That's off the pad of Ottinger. So the Oilers have 2 shots in the first 2 minutes of the period. Let's go. Here's Jamie Benn waiting for his teammates to change, get on side. They will enter the zone now. Here's Duchesne. He'll send it forward for Ben, just out of his reach. And Edmonton looking to move it out. They do. Dallas. They'll Send that puck forward. Checked by Ekholm. Battle in the neutral zone for this puck. Can I play goalie? Absolutely not. Goalie is a terrifying position. Here's Sam Steele. In deep. Duchesne against Bouchard. Evan Bouchard had a tough first period there for the Oilers. I mean, basically everyone had a tough first period for Edmonton, but here's Adam Henrique for Edmonton. Henrique, of course, in the lineup for Colton Dach after Dach went down with injury, and Evan Bouchard's stick is just being kicked all over the place. He finally picks it up. No, I don't want to play goalie. I don't want to play goalie. Don't do it. Yeah, I'd be Swiss cheese, 100%. Put Kyle in. All right, we'll put Kyle in the net. I have faith that Kyle can get the job done. Szymanski now will play it back just out of the reach of Wallman. Wallman with the flip into the neutral zone. That's going to be picked up by Trent Frederick. Here's Frederick. He's going to spin away from a check on his backhand, looking for a lane across the ice, and Wallman with the one-time attempt, and that puck just exploded off of his stick, going nowhere at all. Here's Podkolzin now, sends it in deep. Trent Frederick chases after it, and you've got I don't know if the Oilers are just in the middle of a change, but you had Podkolzin out there with Frederick for a second, but I think, yeah, they got the change. Here's Podkolzin for Edmonton. He'll play it to Draisaitl. To Podkolzin, walks in, shoots off the outside of the net. And the rebound sent out by Dallas. Darnell Nurse chased into his own zone. Hey, what's going on, Nando? How you doing? Good to see you again, my friend. Check out the Discord game day discussion during commercial break. Oh, no. Oh, God. Do I even want to know? Anytime someone tells me to check Discord, it's usually a disaster in there, so. Puck behind the Oilers' goal. Jari out of his crease. He loses it. Comes out in front. Dallas couldn't get the shot. And then Draisaitl, he took his man down. Could have been maybe a trip there. Dallas was looking for a call. Darnell Nurse will send it in deep. Nugent Hopkins, he'll chase after it. Can't grab it. Tyler Myers off the glass. Put Queso in net. Dallas steals it from McDavid. Here's a shot on Jari. And again, another rebound. Bobbles in front of Jari for literally no reason. Just hang on to the puck, bro. What is Tristan Jari's equipment made out of? The puck, every time it hits him, it just bounces forward. Dallas with the offensive zone draw. Duchesne loses it. Bouchard will play it up the middle, and Savoy tried to do a little tip pass to Dickinson. That was out of his reach. Like cat hair in my nose, man. My nose is so itchy right now. It's the problem with owning so many cats. Just cat hair floating around all over the place. Here's Jack Rozovic out there with Dickinson and Savoy, and oh my God. Dickinson's going to go to the box. Also, why are the lines all mixed up after one period of play? Like, what are we doing? So Dickinson was out there with Savoy and Roslovic. But Dickinson with an interference penalty, he knocked the stick out of the hands of Lundqvist. So we'll see what happens. Exactly. Don't go to the box. Well, that's exactly what he did. Yeah, he hit the stick out of the hand of the defender's hand. I mean, that's clearly a penalty. That's a terrible penalty to take, though. All right, off the face-off. Duchesne will take it, wins it. Well, Adam Henrique's on the penalty kill, folks. I bet this is going to go so amazingly. Henrique loses the face-off, the one thing he's supposed to be good at. Dallas will look to set it up. Here's a play in front, and they score. Look at that. Oh, it's like you just know what's going to happen immediately. Adam Henrique loses the face-off only in the lineup because Colton Dach's hurt. The one thing that Adam Henrique is supposed to be able to do is win the damn draw, and he can't do it. And then Tristan Jarry can't keep his damn legs shut, and it's 4-0. Our literal best penalty killer in Dickinson goes to the box, and of course Dallas is going to score because of it. That's crazy, man. He just gets into an open area, and Nurse has to communicate with Murphy there too. Look at Nurse. What is that little... He just tries to poke at Johnston's stick. Come on. Nobody took anyone. Jesus Christ. All right, 4-0 Dallas. Well, I think this one is... It's going to be another one. It's going to be another one of these just stupid blowouts. The team looks like they have it all under control. And I bet this is just... Here's Wallman now. He's checked off the puck, plays it into the neutral zone, sent in deep by Zach Hyman. Heiskanen off the glass, puck in the middle of the ice, and, well, here comes Johnston again. Wyatt Johnston with a ton of speed. Johnston into the middle. Here's a shot, and, oh, my God, Robertson. What is this? Holy shit! Jarry, make a single save. Just one. Tristan Jarry, please just make one save. Literally just one. Can he make one? I'm not even getting app notifications. Must be an Edmonton fan that runs the app notifications tonight. That's a horrible goal. Tristan Jarry, man. Awful. Horrifying. The worst goalie this team has had probably in my entire life, and they're keeping him in there. Hey, Tristan Jarry, you got to wear this one, bro. This one's on you, buddy. They're keeping Jarry in this game. That is crazy. Oh, and here's a giveaway in front. Jeez Louise, man. Yikes. Here's Murphy now. He'll send the puck in deep. Now they're saying because it's a back-to-back, that's why Ingram's not going in. I think you just put Ingram in just because the team in front deserves someone that can make a single save. Hey, I hope Columbus makes the playoffs too. I hope they make the playoffs too. I like the Blue Jackets. They're a very neutral team for me. This is bad, hey? Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of people tuning in just to see my reaction right now, and you're all sickos for it, but I respect it. I respect it. Here's Podkolzin for Edmonton. Podkolzin sends that puck around. The Oilers have 6 shots on goal almost halfway through this game. This is just horrific hockey. Here's a shot by Ekholm, blocked in front. Here's Draisaitl now behind the net. Here's Bouchard with a shot, and that goes off of Ottinger made the initial save. Ekholm down low. Puck comes back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl holds it. He'll give it to Kapanen. Kapanen. The Oilers finally getting some sustained zone time just once in their life tonight. Here's Evan Bouchard. He has a lane. He shoots, and he scores. All right. Well, Evan Bouchard's got one. The team's got one. 19th goal of the season for Evan Bouchard. It is 5-1. Cue the comeback, folks. Nice job by the Draisaitl line. Nice play by Kapanen, and Podkolzin was getting all tied up in front, and Bouchard, he walks in time and space, picks a corner, and that's a good goal. Yeah, Podkolzin's... is that goal interference? Are they going to challenge that? I don't think they're going to challenge that. That was pretty far out of the crease. Yeah, they're not challenging that. All right, so the bleeding has been stopped a little bit. Here's Dickinson with a shot, goes wide of the net. Let's see what happens here. All right, so icing on Dallas. I mean, Jarry's going to wear this one anyways. Well, I mean, all I'm looking for at this point from Jarry is just any sign that he can make a save for this team. Just any sign at all. That 5th goal on Tristan Jarry, man, like that, like from Robertson, I'm sorry. This shouldn't happen. Here's a shot by Wallman. That deflects just wide of the net. Here's Wallman now in his own zone. He's going to be pressured. Oh, he put Stastny in a bad spot, but Stastny did move it forward, which was good. Good quick play by Stastny. Jake Ottinger out of his crease, leaves it for Harley, up the boards to Steele. Steele gives it to Ben. Puck will come in the middle of the ice, and Dickinson will pick it up for Edmonton. Yo, Kando, how you doing? Welcome to the locker room, my friend. How are you? Appreciate that. Here's a play through the middle of the ice. Nurse with a shot, and that goes just wide of the net. And the Oilers are finally, it's like they got down 5-0 and they decided, oh, we got to start playing hockey now. There's a game on? Yeah, that's true, Jesse. Puck behind the Stars' goal. Edmonton trying to figure it out here. In on the forecheck. I mean, Dallas probably sits back a bunch now. The rest of the game, score effects takes over in games like this. Oh, big save by Jarry. Bronx cheer, folks. Everyone give Tristan Jarry the Bronx cheer. There's some rough stuff after the whistle. Darnell Nurse is getting into it with someone. I don't know who he has tied up along the glass there. I mean, the D hasn't helped him, but Jarry, I'd say 3 out of the 5 goals, just absolutely 100% on Tristan Jarry. I think there's only 2 goals I might not put on him, but at the end of the day, what's your job as a goaltender? It's to make a save. That's literally your job. Save the puck. That is the only thing that you are supposed to do when you're on the ice as a goalie. I said the same thing about Stuart Skinner. His job is to make a save. Yes, you're going to have a defensive breakdown. You need your goalie to stop it sometimes. But 3 out of the 5 goals for Dallas, just horrifyingly bad against Jarry. Yeah, it's tough, man. Emberson is a big loss tonight. Doc, obviously, like you can say the 4th line. But the fact that Adam Henrique is in for Doc, and then they put Henrique on the penalty kill because Dickinson's in the box, and then Henrique doesn't win the face-off on the penalty kill. When it rains, it pours, man. Yeah, Jarry's only staying in this game because of the back-to-back, because they play tomorrow in St. Louis. All right, what's going on? What's going on in the game day discussion? What was I supposed to look at? I was told to look in the game day discussion. I don't know what I'm looking at. There's some memes. There's a picture of Swiss cheese in front of a net. It's funny, dude. Left his equipment in Pittsburgh, yeah. Well, the good news is when Connor Ingram is in net, the team seems to play much better. And Ingram seems to be able to make some saves too. So hopefully Ingram is good to go tomorrow against St. Louis. It's because of the back-to-back. That's why they're not playing Ingram. It's a load management thing. Ingram was hit really hard in the head against Colorado, taken out due to concussion protocol. So I think maybe I'm just spitballing. I'm just speculating. The team's logic is if you put Ingram in now and then you start him tomorrow, is that too hard on his body after what happened in Colorado, right? Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Lane. It is interesting that Gulletson wasn't the one that got promoted. Now Gulletson's head coach in Dallas. And Dallas Stars, man, if it wasn't for an almost historically good season by Colorado, Dallas would be first in the Western Conference. I don't know, Jason. Yeah, goalies used to play a lot. Well, even Cam Talbot as recently as the 2016-2017 season for Edmonton. Played 73 games that year for the Oilers, I think. Here's Draisaitl. He's going to widen this thing up. He'll skate with speed, enters the zone, gives it to Kapanen. Shot towards the net. Easy save by Ottinger. And Ekholm keeps the play alive for a moment. Can't get the puck deep, though, and Dallas will skate it forward. Here come the Stars, 2-on-2 into the middle. Here's a play. Here's a shot, and a good save by Jarry. That was a good save by Tristan Jarry there. Really needed something. And that was a good save by Jarry on Wyatt Johnston. who has already scored tonight. Blackwell goes down. Blackwell has it, plays it back to the point. Shot towards the goal, and Jari's going to swallow that one up against Lindell. And now some rough stuff after the whistle again. Some players having conversations with each other. Yeah, Jari had Beck all over him, and he still made that save. They poke Jari. Do something. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect Edmonton to even come close to coming back in this one, but I mean, Dallas would never do that trade. Dallas would not do that trade. I'm just going to be completely honest here. That's not going to happen. What's going on, Coolistic? Haven't been able to text, but been watching. Absolutely horrendous for Jari. Yeah, it's not a good game right now. Not a good game, but there's a half a game of hockey left. We've seen the Oilers explode for offense before. Who knows, right? Maybe they find a way. It would be very Oilers of this team to fall behind 5-0 and then find a way to win anyways. Possibly Tyler. They just need someone to just give them a chance, you know? Like, Jari gave up 5 goals against on 1.3 expected goals against. Like, that's where I, get frustrated. Yes, defensively, the team has not been that great tonight. Obviously, I recognize that. But at the end of the day, this team just needs a chance. Like, look at Stu. When he was on his game, the team was unbeatable. Percent chance Edmonton comes back, we'll go 1%. Probably a 1% chance. Here's Dickinson off the defensive zone. Draw. Oh, I agree. I agree. A live bang. Knobloch, I think, is issue number 1 on this team. Goaltending is issue number 2. Defense is issue number 3. Puck behind the Oilers' net. Here's Murphy. He falls down. Puck is going to be poked forward. And Murphy fell again. I mean, Connor Murphy's got to stay on his feet, man. Stay on your feet, Murphy. Here's Jack Rozovic. He'll play it to Dickinson. Just out of the reach of Savoy. Puck's going to bounce through the neutral zone. Nice job by Savoy. Makes a play to Dickinson. Dickinson to Rozovic. Rozovic waits. Shot on goal. Dickinson with a shot, and they score. All right. That's 2. Jason Dickinson gets his first goal as an Edmonton Oiler. And it's 5-2 now. Now, if they can get maybe one more before the end of the second, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Nice job by, who shot this puck? Was that Ekholm? Nice tip by Dickinson. That's just he's just all alone in front of the net there. Or maybe Stashny shot that. I can't tell. I don't know. What a perfect deflection, though. That's a great tip by Dickinson, who gets his first goal as an Oiler. It was Ekholm that shot it. Yes, it was. Just saw that. All right, here we go. It's 5-2. 5-2. Let's see how much closer Edmonton can make this hockey game. Make a game out of it, folks. Make a game out of it. Puck along the half wall. Bouchard will give it to McDavid. McDavid checked. Here's Ekholm now with a lane. Oh, he tried to find Nugent Hopkins, who would have had a one-time opportunity, but I think Ekholm should have put that towards the net. Hey, Ahmed. Jari struggled tonight. The struggle would be an understatement. Here's Zach Hyman now with the puck. McDavid plays it back to the point, just out of the reach of Bouchard, and Dallas will skate this out of trouble. They'll send it in deep. Here's Matthias Ekholm. He waits for a lane, looking to make a pass. Hey, what's going on, Megan? I'm doing well. I hope you're doing amazing tonight, despite the score, if you're an Oilers fan. Need a full 39-minute effort, exactly. That's the Oilers' way. It's the Oilers' way sometimes. They woke up when they got down 5, so Dallas unable to kind of get anything sustained since they went up 5-0. So we'll see if Edmonton can keep finding a way to press here. Draisaitl with the puck. Had Stastny cut into the net. Podkolzin drops it to Draisaitl. He'll look for Kapanen with a one-time opportunity, and his stick explodes, and Dallas will come down the ice. Here's numbers for Dallas. Shot on goal, rebound in front. Walman blocked the initial shot, and then I think Jari made a save there on Johnston. And again, Edmonton struggling to get this through the middle of the ice. Here's Tyler Myers. He's going to get checked by Szymanski, but he'll play that to Harley. Here's Szymanski with the puck. Henrique was taken down. Here's Nurse with a shot, and that's stopped by Ottinger. But there's a power play coming up for the Oilers here, so they have a chance to make this a 2-goal game. Let's see what happens. Dallas is getting a penalty with 5:53 to go. We do have a commercial break. I do need to see who took the penalty. Who took the penalty on Dallas? Who was that? They haven't put it on the website yet. All right, new poll started. Does this team find a way? If they find a way to come back after being down 5-0, I don't know what to say. That would be absolutely insane. Polls are bad luck. What? Comeback Kings for a reason. They're the team that just doesn't know how to not give me a heart attack every game. Would it surprise me? Actually, it would. Because, 2-goal comebacks are yeah, that makes sense. Even a 3-goal comeback, I'm like, okay. 4? Nah. And then 5. I mean, you're essentially, it's just almost impossible to come back by 5. But it would be a very Oilers thing to do. Exactly. Yeah, just don't give up a single shot on goal, and they're going to be just fine. They can come back if they don't give up a single shot the rest of this game. It was Thomas Harley going to the box for interference. So the Oilers with a power play. They have a chance. They have a chance to make this a 2-goal game, and that would really give the team some life here. What should I do if the Oilers win? I don't know. Celebrate? Run around your house cheering? Oilers play like this just to mess with me. It's true. Get that PP up, folks. Hey, welcome back, Liam. All right, off the face-off, Draisaitl wins it back. Evan Bouchard will give it to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid. Here's McDavid trying to send it across the ice. That was not a good pass by McDavid. And here's Huru for the Stars. Sends a puck towards Jari. That goes wide. Hey, what's going on, Everett? How you doing? Here's Draisaitl. He'll give it to McDavid with a ton of speed. Gains the line, sends it to Nugent-Hopkins. Will play it back to Bouchard. Here's Nugent-Hopkins to Draisaitl. Puck bounced on Draisaitl. He spins away. Gives it to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl. He's looking for a lane. Surveys. Nothing towards the net yet. Here's Draisaitl. Holds on to it to McDavid. Looking for the give and go. Not there. McDavid. Down low. Draisaitl trying to find Bouchard. And that's just a horrible pass by Draisaitl. That missed where Bouchard was going on the ice. Not a good setup there. And there's a minute left in the power play. So Connor McDavid now skates forward. He'll give it to Leon Draisaitl. Top unit stays out for Edmonton, and that's another terrible pass by Leon. 2 terrible giveaways from Leon Draisaitl on this power play, man. Just horrifying. Puck sent back up the ice to Connor McDavid with speed. McDavid walks in on his backhand, centers it out in front, looking for Hyman. Can't grab that loose puck. Nugent Hopkins. Puck to the point. Bouchard. McDavid protects, and that's going to get poked out of the zone. And here come the Stars, a 2-on-1. Here's Steele. Waits. Oh, he whiffs on it. Here's a backhand. And did Jarry make a save there? Oh, my God. What a save by Tristan Jarry on Tyler Myers. And McDavid will send it up the ice looking for Draisaitl, and that's poked. And the best chance of that power play came for Dallas on the 2-on-1. The Oilers couldn't get set up at all. Their top unit, I don't think got a shot. I know. Here's Dallas. They walk in again, and a great save by Jarry. And that puck is sent down the ice. And there's a whistle. Not sure what's going on. McDavid going to the box here? Looks like McDavid in the box. Power play for the Dallas Stars. And McDavid cross-check. Let's see what McDavid did here. Oh, that's a weird penalty to take. That's a terrible penalty. They called that? They gave McDavid a penalty for roughing on that? I don't know, dude. I mean, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I guess McDavid got a penalty for roughing. He tried to hit Myers, bounced off of him, and then he kind of got his glove up near Myers' face. I guess that's probably where the call came from, but all right, well, Dallas has a chance to extend the lead back to 4 here. Here's Matt Savoy, though. He'll enter the Dallas Stars zone, loses it. Now Wyatt Johnston for Dallas. He'll wind it up. Duchesne to the blue, to Robertson. Johnston plays it forward. Duchesne leaves it for Heiskanen to Ben. He'll give it to Heiskanen. Across the ice, into the middle, out of the reach of Robertson. Nice job by the Oilers. They're going to skate it forward. They have a 3-on-2 here, shorthanded. Matt Savoy with the puck. Here's Henrique with a shot. Oh, and Henrique hit the goalpost. Oh, man. Henrique hit the post. Dallas will enter the Oilers zone, and that's offside. Adam Henrique hit the goalpost on a shorthanded try. Nice pass from Savoy. Henrique with the one-timer. Beat Ottinger, but not the bar. Adam Henrique has not scored since October 23rd, by the way. 14 seconds behind me. What? That's crazy. Usually everyone's way ahead of me. Here's Tristan Jarry. He'll send that puck all the way down the ice into the Stars zone. It'll come right to Ottinger. He'll leave that for Heiskanen, and that's stolen by Kapanen. Nice job by Kapanen. He's going to eat some clock here. Puck along the half wall. Dallas is going to skate this thing out. Here's Johnston. Against Dickinson. Dallas keeps it alive. Around the boards to Jamie Benn. Here's Benn now to the point. Harley to Johnston. Walks in. Shot towards the net. He was looking for a tip play in front, and that went wide of the net. Johnston looked for a backdoor play. Nobody was there for Dallas. And here come the Stars again. They'll wind it through the neutral zone. Across the ice, Savoy does a good job checking his man. Puck will come to Ekholm. And he put the puck into the feet of Wallman. Wallman trying to grab it, and Dallas will keep the play alive. Here's Johnston to the point. 5 seconds left on the power play. Here's a shot on goal, saved by Tristan Jarry, and that puck will come through the neutral zone. McDavid's out of the box. Oilers made the kill. And there's going to be a whistle here, offside on Dallas. Minute 40 to go. It's just because they're on the kill. That was Kapanen, I think, on the penalty kill, right? Just kind of holding the puck in there. Oops. They drop the puck. McDavid pushes it forward. Puck in the neutral zone, and Bouchard was tripped up. And McDavid was knocked down too. Not sure what happened. Now Hyman's knocked down. 3 Oilers were knocked down here, and there's going to be a power play coming up to Edmonton again. Interesting. All right. Power play for the Oilers. Dallas playing physical here, but maybe a little bit too physical on Zach Hyman, who didn't have the puck when he was knocked down. So the Oilers, again, they have a chance to get this within 2 before the end of the period. Yeah, Oscar Beck, he just took Hyman out of the play. All right. Edmonton has to find a way here. You got to get one before the end of the period. Get one before the end of the period. Here's Draisaitl. He'll take the face off. McDavid now steps in for Draisaitl after he was kicked out of the face-off dot. Oh, man, you have a free bet? I mean, I don't know. I can't say yes or no because I can't. I can't. All right, on the power play, Bouchard's working the puck in behind the Stars' goal. Nugent Hopkins along the half wall. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll give it to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard. To Connor McDavid. Sends it out in front. Deflected wide by Hyman. Heiskanen. Checked by, Nugent Hopkins just fell there. And McDavid trying to find Draisaitl across the ice. If that had got there, probably a tap in, but that was hopeful at best. Bouchard will skate it forward now. Draisaitl walks it. Oh, nice job by Draisaitl. He's got some dangles here. He's checked off the puck, though, and Dallas will send that down the ice. So Leon Draisaitl's trying to do too much. That first power play for the Oilers was horrifying. Leon Draisaitl with several giveaways and just had another giveaway here. Here's Hyman up the middle. Good save by Ottinger on Hyman, who split the defense there of Dallas. Had a partial break, went backhand, but put it right into the crest of Ottinger. 50 seconds left on this power play. Rarely am I mad over games, but Jari's performance. Yeah, it's suboptimal. Suboptimal hockey here. All right, offensive zone face-off. 16 seconds left here. Draisaitl loses it. Dallas will send it down the ice, and that'll basically kill the rest of the clock here. Here's Bouchard up the middle. McDavid, he walks in. McDavid throws a hit on Heiskanen, and here's McDavid going after. Who's McDavid going after here? McDavid's not happy. Oh, boy. Oh, look at McDavid. He's throwing punches. McDavid's pissed right off. Look at McDavid in a fight here. Connor McDavid had his helmet ripped off, and he was trying to throw some punches. Bouchard's trying to get in now, too. Ew, okay. Captain is trying to spark his team here. McDavid's cut by the eye, but Connor McDavid's trying to spark his club. It's a frustrating game for many players for many reasons. You're down by 3 heading to the third. Their power play unit hasn't been great. I'm okay with that. I am super okay with that. So let's see what the penalties are after the period ends. I don't know what the league is like, what the refs are gonna, do. But McDavid threw a hit on Heiskanen. Didn't like that. And then someone said something to McDavid, and then McDavid was going after Uru. So, yeah, then McDavid started throwing him. You know what? I like that. I like that. Okay. I wonder what the penalties are going to be here once this is all said and done. Plays under. Wait, what? There's a review for a 5-minute major on Leon Draisaitl. What did Draisaitl do? Wait, hold on. Leon Draisaitl was given a 5-minute major? What happened here? What did I miss? What did Draisaitl do? I was focused on McDavid getting into the scrum. I don't know what Draisaitl did. They're reviewing a 5-minute major. I don't know what Leon did. Okay, so Sportsnet says it's a slash. Draisaitl was given 5 minutes for... Oh my God. Okay, if that is a 5-minute major, bro, this league is Bush League if that's 5-minute major, man. He barely tapped him. There are harder slashes into guys' hips and wrists during that play action. That's not a 5-minute major. Give me a break, bro. Not even close to a 5-minute major. Not even remotely close. That's a love tap on the pants. Literally a little love tap, man. There's no way they uphold this. There's no way that they uphold this call. So it'll be a 5-on-4 for Dallas to start the second period. So 2 penalties to Edmonton. Draisaitl with a slash, McDavid with a rough, and then penalty also to one of the Dallas Stars. So, all right, 5-2 Stars after 2. That was a very eventful end to the period. Obviously, that's not a 5-minute major to Draisaitl. Anyone that thinks that that's a 5-minute major is literally not engaging in good faith when it comes to hockey. But yeah, good to see some emotion. I agree. It's good to see emotion from the group. 100% agreed. I'd rather see emotion than another blowout where they just look disengaged and disinterested, right? I would rather see some emotion. If you're going to go down with a fight. Oilers versus Sharks comeback. So yeah, 5-2 Dallas heading to the third period. Dallas will have the power play when that period starts. Once they've sorted all the penalties and all the end of period penalties there. Dallas will have a power play to start the third. If the Oilers can find a way to kill that. No, McDavid's not going to fight his own teammate. I don't even think you can buy him out. I think Tristan Jarry's contract is almost bio-proof, isn't it? Maybe. Well, they didn't give McDavid an actual fighting major. It was a rough, but he did try to fight. He did try to fight. They gave him 2 minutes for roughing. Connor McDavid has not officially fought since his draft year in junior. And when I forget who he fought in junior, but he punched the boards and he broke his hand. So yeah, he hasn't fought in the National Hockey League, but he was looking to go with someone there. What I think about Jarry, I think, can we trade Jarry for Jack Campbell? My God. Again, it's another lateral move. You're not moving anywhere. Listen, folks, I agree. The team in front of Jarry tonight has not been amazing. I get that. But a goaltender's job is to just give his team a chance. And unfortunately with Tristan Jarry, I think the sample size is large enough where we're starting to see he's just not giving the team a chance. Every time he starts, he's giving up 5 goals a game. I don't know what to say. Bro said, can I fight Jarry? All right, let's take a look at Money Puck. If you look at the expected goals in this game, by the way, 2.41 to 1.23. Now, Dallas had scored 5 goals on 1.3 expected goals, and now Jarry decides, hey, Now that we're down 5-0, I'm going to lock in, folks. The Grant Fears special gives up 3 or 4 and then just locks in. The team's offense has to get going, though. The Oilers have not generated nearly enough on offense. If we take a look at the expected goals at 5-on-5, again, Edmonton has not played good enough to win this hockey game. Edmonton has not played good enough to win this hockey game. That's very simple. Jari is an issue, but the team tonight was also an issue. So look at Roslovic sitting at a wonderful, 93% expected goals for percentage. Who's near the bottom? Poor Trent Frederick, 15%. Szymanski, Henrique. Go figure. Adam Henrique gets put back in the lineup, and he's absolutely useless out there. Poor Adam Henrique, man. I actually feel bad. I feel bad that I get frustrated at players like Adam Henrique. It's not his fault that Father Time is caught up to him and that he's basically at the end of his career. I don't like getting frustrated at players like Henry because it's not their fault that they're not good anymore. It's just how age curves work for a lot of players. But at the same time, I would rather Henrique just not play. Whoa, no, we don't promote that, Kate. I'm sorry. I don't promote injuries on the channel. Jari's struggling, but I don't want anything to do with him getting hurt. I don't want to see that. We just saw Connor Ingram almost get very severely hurt against Colorado. I don't want to see anything like that. All right, folks, I'm going to take another break here. I know, Kate. You've been around. Kate's been around long enough. I know Kate was joking, but on the off chance that someone's not joking, I just have to make it very clear and very known that we don't promote that kind of thing. We will take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and then I will take a 5-minute break. The Oilers needed a little bit of help tonight from Boston against San Jose. Did not get that help. Out-of-town scoreboard. St. Louis beat Carolina. Look at that, 3-1. Are you kidding me? And Edmonton plays St. Louis tomorrow. Goodness gracious. All right, that's great. Florida beat Columbus in overtime. That's interesting. Calgary beat New Jersey 5-4. Toronto beat Anaheim. Look it. The Ducks lose in regulation, and the Oilers are blowing it. This could have been key for Edmonton. San Jose beat Boston 4-2. Buffalo's win streak comes to an end. They lose 2-1. And then you have Winnipeg and the Rangers tied at 2. Minnesota's up 2-1 on Philly. And then, of course, 5-2 in this game. All right, well, that's hockey, folks. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, enjoy hanging out with Chair. We'll be back in a little bit, and then we'll sort out all the penalties for the start of the third period when I get back. All right. We are back for the third period. See what this team's made of. If they can get a kill to start the third, that would be huge. 97 had 2 minutes. Draisaitl had 2 minutes. And then Dallas also had a 2-minute. 49. There. What are we arguing about in the chat? What did I miss? What did I miss? Well, we'll see. You never know. I like angry McDavid. Angry McDavid and angry Draisaitl usually leads to good things on the ice. So also, I agree. The fact that they even called that a major penalty on Draisaitl is absolutely hysterical. Just BSing. All right. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm scared. Amber, why are you scared? Don't be scared. We're vibing. We're chilling. No, well, they called it a major. They reviewed it, and then they brought it down to a minor penalty for slashing. But the initial call was a 5-minute major for whatever reason. I don't know. Hey, what's going on, Jack and Dex? I'm greedy. I want this win. Yeah, the only other time McDavid dropped the gloves, his only fight was in junior in his draft year. He broke his hand. So, yeah, he doesn't drop the gloves often. Hopefully he goes full Chernobyl on them Stars. Oh, my God. Yeah. Let's go, Bud Colson. Sending the free bet on the comeback. What does that pay out? What does a $100 bet pay out on that? He tried to. Noob. He tried to fight at the end of the second period. They gave him a penalty for roughing, but he definitely tried to. Look at McDavid smiling coming out of the tunnel. Look at McDavid's laughing. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Bing bong. Do they still do that in Dallas? Do they still do that? The bing bong thing? I love that McDavid skated onto the ice smiling. That's a scary thing. We'll see what happens this period. But I'm feeling much better about this period now than I was 20 minutes ago. It was 15.0. Have to wait for it to refresh. Gotcha. I gotcha. Hey, I'm doing good, Dean. I'm doing very good. Yeah, my apologies. I don't intentionally miss comments. Chat moves fast. I'm trying to focus on what's happening on the ice too. So if I do miss a comment, I do sincerely apologize. No worries, Elite Edges. Enjoy the rest of the game. I hope you're also doing well there, Dean. So McDavid and Draisaitl in the box. They were pretty smiley coming onto the ice. So let's see how the rest of this game goes. Let's see what the boys can do here. Make it a game. Make it a game. Should we be scared of missing the playoffs? I'm not scared about missing the playoffs, personally. So 4-on-4 for the next 30 seconds, and then Dallas will have a power play. That is good news. 100%. Anaheim did lose in regulation tonight, so here's Sam Steele, 4-on-4 here for 15 more seconds, and then Dallas will have a power play. Shot towards the Oilers' goal doesn't make it. Zach Hyman skates it forward. Hyman on his forehand. He's the only forward up the ice right now. I feel like something's going to go down. I don't know, Jack. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the fact that McDavid and Draisaitl come onto the ice smiling, heading to the box together, down by 3, maybe they finally broke like a lot of fans did. Maybe they have finally just been like, you know what? Screw it. Let's see what the team does. Dallas has a power play for 1 minute and 4 seconds. Puck sent back to Heiskanen. Here's Johnston. He'll try and find Robertson. Puck in the middle here. Here's Johnston with a shot. Oh, my God. He hit the post maybe, or if that went wide, I'm not quite sure. Jamie Benn could not complete that nice pass in front. Here's Wyatt Johnston now moving up with speed. He'll give it to Blackwell. Blackwell to Robertson. Across the ice to Ben. Ben shoots and he scores. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. That sounds about right. I love how the Dallas, whoever is in charge of the horn in Dallas just keeps blaring it like Jari, that's such a horrible goal to give up, man. That's such a horrible goal. I know it's fun to I know it's popular to beat on the dead horse, which is Tristan Jarry is bad right now. But the amount of emotion that the team showed at the end of the second period, your goalie should be able to make a single save and help them out just once. I just want to see him make a save just once to help them out, man. Jeez Louise. So Dallas is now up 6-2, and that's game, right? That's 100% game. There was belief for a moment that maybe Edmonton could do something interesting here, but when you get down by 5 goals, trying to come back is just, it's difficult. So here's Evan Bouchard now. He'll send it across to Ekholm. Down the ice, Rozovic. I would fire Knobloch before Bowman knew, but that's just me. Here's Matthias Ekholm. He'll hang on to the puck. Oilers are going to make a full sail change here. You said that 8-3 wasn't going to happen again? Did I say that? I said they lost 8-3 earlier and it shouldn't happen. Well, maybe I did say it wouldn't happen. I did say it wouldn't happen, didn't I? At the start of the stream. I think you're right. Here's a puck towards the goal. Doesn't quite make it. Stauffer, I don't know, man. Would Bob Stauffer be a good GM? Bob Stauffer would be wild. All right, we'll end this poll. No comeback coming. Although I do like that almost half of you. It was a 50-50 split that the Oilers could come back. So I like that there was half of the fans that were hopeful. Here's Bud Colson now. He'll enter the zone. The poll was bad luck. It's not like... All right, fine. It's just pick on Austin night. I'll take responsibility for that one too. Everything I said tonight was my fault. The Oilers wouldn't lose 8-3 again while it's 6-2. The poll's bad luck. I'm just kidding, folks. Y'all always have me laughing, though. I love this community. Oh, here's a turnover, and Tristan Jarry made a big save. Holy smokes, what a save. Jeez Louise. Jamie Benn robbed in front of the goal by Tristan Jarry. Might as well not play Davo and Dry the rest of the night. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I do want to know how it's going to be played moving forward. Here's Nugent Hopkins out there with Frederick and Hyman. This is interesting. Puck comes to the blue. They just credited the Oilers with 2 shots. They gave Dallas another. I don't know where these shots are coming from on the Sportsnet broadcast. How many goals will Dallas? I'm not putting that poll up. Oh my God. That's just asking for trouble. Here's Steele, or Ben, trying to get it out in front, and Jari's just going to hang on to that one and get a stoppage. Whoever's running the score clock for the Sportsnet feed tonight, they keep adding and subtracting shots, and it's confusing me. This is not a laughing matter. We're allowed to. Listen, I'd rather us be laughing than yelling and being really angry, right? I'd rather us be laughing and having a good time. No sense screaming into the void and yelling at each other. What's Jari's Xbox rating? I don't know. Exactly, Danny. Sometimes all you can do is laugh. Megan's just having a blast tonight. Good for Megan. Good for Stars fans. They've had a very good season. They deserve to come in and gloat a little bit. Don't blame them at all. The dreaded three, yeah, exactly. The Oilers have one 3-game win streak all year long, man. It's brutal. Here's a shot off the draw, and Jari, another save. Look at that. Now Dallas is going to throw pucks from everywhere, and Jari's going to start making some saves. Saint, I don't even know if Edmonton will get out of the first round this year. It'd be crazy, though, if Edmonton did. The Oilers always find a way to prove me wrong. Every time I'm like, this team, it's so over. They always find a way to prove me wrong. So here's Roslovic for the Oilers. He'll grab that puck. Listen, if McDavid didn't want to play in Edmonton, he wouldn't have signed an extension. I'm just going to leave it at that. I know people will come in and troll and be like, oh, McDavid's going to leave because it's the fun thing to do whenever the team's losing. He just went to the Cup final 2 years in a row. Very hard to get there. He's not going anywhere, folks. Here's a play in front. Shot by Henrique. Where'd that puck go? That bounced 20 feet in the air. Nobody knew where it was. Murphy keeps the play alive. And now it'll be cleared by the Stars into the neutral zone. I haven't seen the hit yet. Yeah, exactly, Megan. Exactly. And then our community's friendly. Nobody's going to go at you for that. Here's Kasperi Kapanen. Puck towards the goal. Drops in front of Ottinger, and crowd with a lively cheer for their goaltender. His, 16th save of the night. Yeah, the comeback's not coming, folks. No, we're riding the rest of this one out and hoping that Dallas doesn't get any more. Cats, no, I don't want to be general manager. That would be a mistake hire. I'd rather work in like an analytics department or something. I think that would be more fulfilling for me than being a general manager. Hey, no worries, Bubsy. Thank you for tuning in. Also, whether you're a Stars fan, an Oilers fan, or just a hater that likes to tune in and see my reaction to things, hit the like button on the stream tonight. That would go a long way, and I would appreciate it very much. I thought they'd never lose a game. He's Kapanen, bad giveaway. Kept alive by Johnston. Robertson now throws the puck down low. And the puck comes out in front, and Jari's just going to, once again, hang on to that. Shots are 25-18 Dallas. 6-2 is the score. Commercial break with 13:32 to go. Yeah, it's tough, right? Because it's because it's a back-to-back. They play St. Louis tomorrow. Connor Ingram was bulldozed by McKinnon with a little bit of help from Darnell Nurse the other night. I think that's a situation where playing Ingram in that situation, I understand why they didn't. Oh, trust me, Liam, I'll do as many as I can for the rest of the season and playoffs. Oh, man, Jello, you didn't even... Hey, it's one thing, hey, you put the troll comment in, but then you immediately apologize. You got to let that steam and fester first. You got to wait for the reaction and then be like, oh, no, I was just kidding. Now, I know fans would want to see Calvin Pickard back up because Calvin Pickard, he battles, right? That's the term that a lot of people use. Calvin Pickard, he battles in the crease. Calvin Pickard was not having a good season this year either, right? He was essentially unplayable as a starter too. So wants me to replace Jari with him. I mean, I don't know, man. What happens if the Stars were healthy? Yeah, we have to remember Dallas does not have Roope Hintz. They do not have Mikko Rantanen. They do not have Radek Faksa. They do not have Tyler Seguin. That's scary. That's terrifying, actually. Connor Ingram is the only goaltender that has not struggled this season for Edmonton. Ingram's had a couple bad starts that I think have affected his numbers, but overall, Connor Ingram has been, he gives the team a chance to win most nights. Whether the team shows up in front of him is a different story, but is this game on Jari? I would say 4 out of the 6 goals are on Jari. There's 2 that I don't hang on him at all, but there's probably about 3 or 4 minimum that I would. Here's Savoy with a shot. That goes way wide of the net. Puck at the blue line. Here's Savoy with a chance, and what a save. That's what I'm talking about. What a save by Jake Ottinger. Matt Savoy in the high slot. Sometimes you need your goalie to make a save like that. What Jake Ottinger just did on Matt Savoy. That's where frustration comes out. That's where we don't get that from Tristan Jarry on most nights. That's a great save from Jake Ottinger. Offensive zone faceoff for the Oilers. Top line out for Edmonton. Surprised the top line still getting this ice time right now. Puck is in the corner. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. Dallas is looking to just get a clear here as the Oilers continue to push a little bit. Part of me, now I'm not going to excuse Jari, but part of me wonders if Jari is even 100% right now. If it, remember that Nashville game where he came out of his crease in overtime and lost, and it looked like he just looked awkward leaving the ice? But what happened, Gordon? Well, the team hasn't showed up the way they should have. Oh man, Bouchard, a one-time attempt, and that went off the heel of his stick. Giveaway for a moment, but the Oilers keep it. Here's Bouchard trying to send it back to Nugent Hopkins. Here's Evan Bouchard now. Along the half wall, he's tied up by Harley. And nice job by the Oilers. They'll maintain possession. McDavid with it, pokes it forward, and here's a giveaway, and here comes Robertson with Johnston. Robertson waits, can't get the shot off. Luckily, they didn't get a shot off there because I'm terrified that would have just went in anyways. Oh, the whole team was slow to start, 100%. This game is not all on Jari. Did Jari let in a stinker? It was a power play goal for Dallas, but it was from distance, and Jari, he lost his angle, went over his blocker. Oh, man, and there's a hit, and Szymanski went down, and oh, boy, we got some rough stuff again. And Trent Frederick's throwing some punches with his gloves on. Uh-oh. Trent Frederick, just get your gloves off, bro. He doesn't want to fight. Come on, man. Frederick is tying up. I don't know who this is on Dallas. Clearly doesn't want to fight Trent Frederick. Frederick was throwing punches with his gloves still on. Maybe don't do that. There's Frederick in his glove in his face now. I don't mind a guy throwing punches, but take the gloves off. Here's Murphy. He's having a conversation with Beck. So, yeah, there's some rough stuff here. They're trying to sort it out. Cooler heads are mostly going to prevail. I feel like Edmonton's going to be on the kill here, though. That is that chant, dude. The USA chant. Not realizing that half of Dallas isn't even American. They have Canadians. They have Finns, Swedes. That's so funny. Oilers team is predictable. Goalie lets in a bad goal, then the team stops playing, hanging out the goalie, so the goalie stops playing, and then restart the loop. It's a snowball effect. I agree with you, Cam. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Oof. Yeah. Szymanski wasn't trying to hurt anyone, but I don't mind the response by Blackwell. I like that Szymanski. He immediately fought back, though. Szymanski, the younger, and then Trent Frederick was throwing tons of punches with his gloves on. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's scary, man. Szymanski, obviously Blackwell's okay. Oof. Yeah, Szymanski was trying to do a stick lift, but he got his stick into the foot of number 49 on Dallas. He went hard into the boards. Am I live streaming tomorrow against St. Louis? Yes. The plan is to stream tomorrow against St. Louis as well. All right, so it's going to be, I mean, that's crazy that this is going to be, that's crazy that was evened out. I thought the Oilers for sure were going to be on the kill. Let's see what happens the rest of the way here. This game could get ugly, folks. It's going to be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, or maybe they just keep it 5-on-5, I guess. They just keep it 5-on-5. Someone's chirping Draisaitl. Draisaitl's not having none of it right now. He's going, oh, yeah, okay, oh, yeah. Off the face-off, Draisaitl wins it back. All right, let's see what happens the rest of the way. This game, I mean, the penalties are even. It's still 5-on-5. Both teams each took 2 penalties there. Here's a shot on net. Good save by Ottinger on Podkolzin, and that puck's going to come up the ice now, up the right boards. Here's Duchesne. He's going to get checked by Nurse. And the crowd is chanting, "Ref, you suck," I think. Hard to tell what the chant is. I do agree. I think Dallas should have been on the power play there, especially because of Trent Frederick throwing 20 punches with his gloves on against an opponent that did not want to engage with him at all. I thought Frederick would have got a double minor there, and I feel like Dallas should be on the power play right now. At least with Skinner, we got a chance to see Dark Stew. That's true. When we saw Dark Stew, it was pretty stellar. Savoy, I don't think Savoy is much of a fighter, but pass out of the reach of Rozovic, and that's going to be icing on Edmonton with 10:35 to go. Oh, Mikko Koskinen. Yeah, a lot of fans do miss Stu, but we got to focus on our team. I think if we keep dwelling on Stuart Skinner not on the team anymore, like it's just a headache, right? You're gonna give yourself a headache. We'll focus on the now, and we just have to hope that Jari can figure things out when the games truly matter, which is in the postseason. But right now, the team is not guaranteed to make the playoffs, so these losses do hurt. Dallas now, they're going to move this puck up the ice. Tyler Myers is going to jump on the play. Tyler Johnson. Don't know where that name came from. Here's Connor Murphy across the ice to Stastny, just out of his reach. Stastny up the middle. That's going to be picked off. The Dallas Unis don't suck, but I still hate the team. Yeah, I mean, I can see why you would dislike them. Here's McDavid. He's trying to send the puck across the ice to Hyman out of his reach. I do like these Dallas Stars uniforms a lot. Puck behind the Stars goal. McDavid's out there for Edmonton with Nugent Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Puck off the boards, down the ice. There's going to be an icing on Dallas. Both penalties, well, I guess the 2 penalties to Edmonton and Dallas are both over now. 9:27 to go here in the third. Blackhawks legend Tyler Johnson mentioned. Yeah, I was thinking Tampa Bay Lightning legend Tyler Johnson. Blackhawks and Lightning legend? Where is Zach Cassian? Here's Podkolzin having a conversation off the draw again. Offensive zone face-off for Edmonton. They're not going to do anything, though. Puck comes to Stastny. Stastny steps away from a check. He'll try and send it down low. Can't get it. And the crowd is now singing Backstreet Boys, so... Leon Draisaitl up the left wing. That's stolen by the Stars, and they're going to bring that back into the Oilers zone. Jason Robertson will pick it up. Robertson into the middle, stolen by Draisaitl. Stick handles in a phone booth, and he'll wait for his teammates to reset with him. Podkolzin spins off a check, but that's played out neatly by Dallas into the neutral zone. Tell me why Tristan Jarry sucks. Here's Szymanski back on the ice after he went off for tripping earlier. That started an entire little skirmish in the corner in the Dallas zone. Adam Henrique for Edmonton. Reminder, has not scored since October 23rd. That is Adam Henrique. So Trent Frederick throws a hit. And here's Thomas Harley now. I hope you feel better by the weekend. Yeah, for sure, Liam. I recently got over a bit of a cold myself, so not great. What? Kyle, what are you talking about? And here's a penalty coming up to Darnell Nurse here, I think. Is that another frustration penalty taken, I'm assuming? Nurse for sure the one going to the box, I think. Szymanski took a hit there against Ben, and then Henrique went in there. Henrique, Ben, Szymanski all having a conversation. It's funny. Remember when Rolson joined the team? He was putting up... I don't remember Rolson putting up numbers like this, like what Jarry's doing, but Rolson locked in when it mattered the most, and that was when the playoffs hit, so... We'd be playing the Golden Knights. Love that. Well, I don't know if the Oilers have a good chance to make the finals this year. Their chances to make the playoffs are solid, but it's not guaranteed, is what I was trying to say. It's not guaranteed. Yeah, exactly. Smash the like button. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, because we are really climbing fast to 10. We're going to hit 10,000 subscribers by the time the playoffs hits, I think, which is just wild to think about. We literally hit 9,000 like a week ago. So thank you all for your support, as always. It means the world. I'd rather play the Golden Knights than the Ducks. I'm superstitious about saying, oh, I'd rather play Team A over Team B, because like that type of thing just seems to always bite me in the butt. So whoever the Oilers play, they have to win. They have to play their best hockey. There are no easy opponents. That'll be a tough series. Dallas and Minnesota. Although I give the edge to Dallas. I know Minnesota, they have some pretty good goaltending this season. They've had some good offense, but I still give the edge to Dallas in a series between Minnesota and Dallas. And then you'll have a second round of Dallas and Colorado. And then does Dallas beat the Avs again? Dallas seems to be Colorado's kryptonite. Yeah, Darnell Nurse took a penalty for cross-checking. So power play for the Dallas Stars here. Well, it was definitely slashing on Leon. The fact that they gave him 5 minutes. And I'm almost wondering if that was just so they could review everything at once to see what happened after the whistle. Because, yeah, obviously that wasn't a major on Draisaitl, and they did rescind it back to a 2-minute minor. Could have picked up Wallstead at the deadline. Well, no one else picked him up. Minnesota was asking for a top-line winger. You know who you would have had to give up to get Wallstead? You would have had to give up like Hyman. Like that's what Minnesota was looking for, a top-line scoring winger for Wallstead. There's a reason why Wallstead didn't get traded. Get Franklin on here. Yeah, where's Franklin? Franklin, Kitty, and Mochi are just not... They don't want anything to do with me tonight. What's going on here? Janmark, Henrique, Jari, and two. I mean, Minnesota would just hang up. All right, offensive zone draw for Dallas on the power play. 1:50 to go on their power play. Henrique wins it. Puck sent down the ice by the Oilers. So that'll clear some clock here. Yeah, Matthias Janmark, surgery out until next season. He won't be back until training camp. Puck comes across the ice. Here's Jamie Benn. Centers it out in front to Johnston. He dished it. Could have taken it to the net. Chose not to. And Edmonton will send it down. Here's Heiskanen for the Stars. Plays it back to Johnston. Wyatt Johnston skates through a few defenders. Robertson across the ice. Puck was, well, they tried to give it to Heiskanen, and that puck's going to be sent all the way down. Well, Janmark, Bowman, and Knobloch for Wallstead. Who says no? Minnesota doesn't even answer the phone. Puck around the boards. Dallas. I think Dallas is more focused on just killing clock rather than trying to score right now. There's a puck across to Josh Szymanski, and he'll send that down the ice. Can Lazar play wing when he's not hurt? He can. I would rather Lazar in the lineup over Henrique, but Lazar's going to be out a little bit, I think. I think he's still week to week. Here's Lindell for Dallas. Plays it back to Harley. And there's going to be a penalty coming up to Dallas now. Slashing, it looks like. Dickinson's stick was knocked out of his hand or broken out of his hand, so that's a penalty on Lindell. The Oilers will have about 1:46 of power play time. Comeback still on. I mean, I don't think they're going to score 4 goals in 6 minutes, but crazier things have happened. McDavid for Kaprizov, Hughes, and Wallstead. All three. I mean, Dallas says no, or sorry, Minnesota says no. I also say no. Trade Jari for a gifted membership and admission to the locker room. All right, so it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 12 seconds, and then power play for Edmonton to make this game maybe a little bit closer, but obviously a lot of work to be done and only 6 minutes to get it done. Here's Draisaitl protecting. He's just waiting for the power play to start. Gives it to McDavid. McDavid spins in front of the net, looking for a lane to pass. Doesn't shoot. Holds it. Getting booed by the crowd. Nugent Hopkins to Draisaitl. Here's Draisaitl now. Down low. We'll give it to Nugent Hopkins behind the Stars net to McDavid. McDavid getting booed by the Dallas faithful here. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid across to Draisaitl. Nobody wants to shoot the puck, apparently. Here's Draisaitl into the middle to Nugent Hopkins. I don't know what this is on the power play. Nobody wants to just put a puck to the net. Why is Nugent Hopkins trying to pass? He's in the top of the... Whatever, man. Here's Draisaitl in the right circle. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard now. He'll play it to McDavid. McDavid with a pass to Bouchard, who will hang on to it. The Oilers have had possession the whole power play and have generated nothing to the net. Here's a shot by Bouchard, and it hit the goalpost, the outside of it. McDavid now spins it back to Bouchard. Bouchard sends it towards the Stars' goal. That goes wide as well, and then Dallas can't get it out. Here's Draisaitl. He'll send it down low, trying to find McDavid again. They're looking for the perfect pass, man. Here's McDavid. Left circle to Draisaitl. Puck bounces over his stick. Good job, guys. You're working on your passing drills. I'm proud of you. Here's a play in front to Hyman. He's knocked down, and then looks like Ottinger's going to hang on to that with 18 seconds left on the power play. So the Oilers are deciding that on this power play late in the game that they would rather pass the puck 500 times before trying to shoot it. Obviously is not working out. I missed your chat. What happened? Josh Brown for Hughes Walls. I think Minnesota says yes to that one. Although the Oilers might have to throw. I mean, listen, Josh Brown's elite. We all know how good Josh Brown is, right? Second unit out for the Oilers now with only 18 seconds left on the power play. Roslovic wins it back to Wallman. Wallman's pressured across to Nurse. Puck comes to Wallman, back to Nurse. He'll play it to Roslovic, back to Nurse. A lot of passing once again. Love this. Nurse towards the goal in front. Oh, man, what a save by Ottinger, man. What a save on Podkolzin. And then Savoy came in as well. That's wild, dude. Podkolzin with a great chance all alone in front. And Jake Ottinger, he's made some big saves here, man. I'll give Ottinger credit. He's made some big saves. And that's the difference between good goalies and not so good goalies. We can complain about how Edmonton played in front of Jari all we want. But again, Dallas has had moments where they give up high danger chances and Jake Ottinger bails them out. Swiss cheese in the thumbnail, please. I don't know. Do I be that mean to poor Tristan Jarry in the thumbnail? I don't know. Here's a puck in front. Here's Sam Steele, and did that hit the crossbar? I thought Sam Steele might have beaten Jarry there, but that puck hit the bar, it looked like. Do it one time. Listen, I'm not going to crash out in today's video because they can go. If they beat St. Louis tomorrow, that's a 3-1 road trip, right? Like, that's really good. So I'm not going to freak out about this one yet. We have to see how they do against St. Louis tomorrow before we start to get concerned again. How much better would we have been if we had matched those offer sheets 2 years ago? Well, I would say we'd probably be significantly better. But hindsight is 2020. Here's a chance for Henrique. Can't put it into the net. Josh Szymanski grabs the puck, plays it back. He's checked off of it by Duchesne. And here's Bunting. He'll chase it. Oh, he's behind the Oilers' goal. He's going to wait for some reinforcements here. Bunting into the middle of the ice. Tyler Myers puts it down low. Centered it out in front by Harley. And, well, that missed everybody. Ingram should be starting tomorrow. Here's a shot on net and a save by Jarry. Here's a rebound. Oh, man. That was a wide open net, but Stastny with a good defensive play prevented that puck from going in. Here's Roslovic around the net. He'll give it to Wallman with a little flub shot towards Ottinger. And once again, some rough stuff. Savoy was getting targeted, and Dickinson, he takes Wyatt Johnston down. And again, we got some rough stuff here. Things continue to remain heated here in Dallas. Darnell Nurse is grabbing Tyler Myers here as Myers has his hold on someone. And Dickinson's trying to go after, is that Johnston? And the ghost of Duncan Keith. Well, how many posts and or bars have Dallas hit? 6 goals and I think 2 crossbars for the Stars. So Jarry's been beaten clean 8 times tonight. And Edmonton's hit 3 posts on their own. So this game could be, what, 8-5 if it weren't for the posts? So yeah, not much time left in this one. 2:21. We're just waiting to wrap things up and bring it home. I do like that the Oilers have shown some emotion tonight, but again, this has been like, look at this game. Look at the 5-on-5 stats here. I'm going to show everyone this. Look at the 5-on-5 stats. It's not like Edmonton gave up a ton at 5-on-5, but if we go all situations, 3.14 to 1.98 in favor of Dallas. Dallas was clearly the better team all night, but 6 goals on 3.14 expected goals. Not a great night there for Jari. 4 of those goals were at 5-on-5. Four goals in 2 minutes. We got this. I like your positivity. Yeah, Dickinson scoring was nice. Happy for Dickinson. He's been he's the type of player that this team needs more of. The Oilers just got credited with like 4 more shots. Shots, according to the NHL website, 29-26 for Edmonton. I don't know about that. Hey, I appreciate that, Canadian Ginger. Thank you. Always a pleasure, my friend. Doing my best. I'm kind of sleepy. As this game nears its end, Dallas has been in full control for 99% of this game. So now I just want this game to be over with. The whole team was a no-show in that first period. The whole team, the Oilers had 4 shots on goal in the first. They rush shot 10-4. Dallas controlled the puck basically the entire time. I missed your chat. What'd I miss? What do you think? Is there any possibility for Oilers goaltending considering Jari's play plus contract if the Oilers were to not win it all this year? I think they're going to try and move him this summer. Honestly, I do think that they're going to try and move Tristan Jarry this summer. If the season keeps going like this and if they don't go on another deep playoff run, they will likely try and move him this summer. Go chug a beer too. I'm on non-alcoholic beer right now, sadly. I won't get into it, but I'm on some medication where I'm not allowed to drink alcohol, so I'm on the non-alcoholic beer, and unfortunately, I'm all out. I had my last one tonight. I only had one left. Need a shot of espresso, I think. I need some caffeine in my system right now. Nurse and Jari, first and a second for Binnington and Parayko. I think Binnington would nix a trade to Edmonton, and Parayko may also nix a trade to Edmonton. Yo, thank you for the 279 alive. Feel bad Austin wastes his time watching this game. No, hey, listen. What happens on the ice is one thing. I do these streams for the fans. It's not to, like, yes, it's to watch the game, but this is for all of you watching at home. And obviously I want the Oilers to do good, but had a beer at happy hour today and just wanted a nap. I'm with you, dude. Yeah, thank you for the 279 super chat. I appreciate that. All right, off the face-off. Puck is going to be flipped to center ice. Wallman, he's going to fumble it a little bit. That's brought in by Dallas. It looked offside to me. Szymanski will throw a check. He'll play it back to Wallman around the boards to Stastny. Hey, thank you so much, Bubsy. The best fans on the planet. All of you currently watching. What's going on here? Trent Frederick and Bischel going after each other here. Frederick was looking to fight Bischel. Frederick wants to go, and Bischel's not going to do it. There's no reason for Bischel to do it. Yeah, Bischel's telling him, hey, look at the score clock. Look at the scoreboard. Right? If you're Bischel, you don't have to fight here. You're up by 4. Why would you drop the gloves in this situation? You're the one that's up by 4 goals. So yeah, Frederick obviously giving him misconduct here. All right, so Bischel got a penalty for unsportsmanlike, poked at his feet there. Yeah, Bischel's just doing his job. He's being an agitator, man. He's being an agitator. Love 5+ goals against. That's the Tristan Jarry experience, and that's also just been the Oilers' experience all year. They give up a ton of goals. Game is still not over. The team just really, really wants to stretch this one out for some reason. Here comes Kasperi Kapanen now. He'll give it to Savoy, to Kapanen, trying to center it out in front, and that's broken up by Lundqvist. Puck along the half wall in the Stars zone. Kapanen trying to do a little sharp angle shot. And the cameraman lost sight of the puck. I don't know where it is. I can't do commentary. It's behind the Stars goal. Played up by Lindell. And it's going to be skated forward. Here come the Stars now, 2-on-2. Blackwell drops it for Duchesne. Duchesne spins, walks in. Duchesne waits. What a move and what a goal. Oh, my God. Matt Duchesne just stick handling around everyone, and he makes it 7-2 for Dallas. Out shooting them at least. The Oilers, they were not quality shots or chances. I'll give them that. Avs should trade for Duchesne. Oh, wait. Hey, listen. The Avs have a Stanley Cup in the last few years here, all right? You can't have them all. Colorado's the team to beat this season, though, in my opinion. I have no doubt that if McKinnon was not kicked out of that game the other night, that win would not have been as likely for the Oilers. I still think they would have pulled it off. But Colorado dealing with injuries, no Landeskog either, right? But look at Dallas. They're super shorthanded and hey, no worries, no clue. Listen, thank you all so much for tuning in to the live stream tonight. We'll have another live stream tomorrow after the game. After this game ends, and it'll be a merciful ending to this one. I'll have a post-game fan reaction within an hour or two of the final buzzer. If you want to find out all of my thoughts about this game for the fan reaction, stick around, have the bell turned on, notifications turned on, subscribe to the channel as we near 10,000 subs, which is just crazy. Just crazy, but it's discouraging when Edmonton defensively they played good defensively for 2 games and then they reverted back to their usual, let's just not do anything to help anyone out on the ice. You flush it. You flush this game. 100%. This is a game that you flush. You go into St. Louis tomorrow. If you beat St. Louis tomorrow, you go 3-1 on this road trip. And mercifully, this game finally ends. Thank God I do not want to look at this game anymore. This is a game that you 100% just flush. You just flush it down the drain. If Edmonton beats St. Louis tomorrow, 3-1 road trip, we are laughing. We're laughing today, but we're laughing in pain. It's a painful laugh. It's like the Joker from that Joker movie where he has that condition where even if he's not happy, he's still laughing. And then it's like very physically painful for him. That's us tonight. Thank God that game's over. Hit the like button on your way out, folks. I'll have a fan reaction up in the next hour or two. And then I'm going to play some Pokopia because that game makes me happy. It's chill vibes. If you own a Switch 2, highly recommend getting Pokemon Pokopia. It is just an absolute vibe game. Games like this need to be flushed down the drain. Thank you all for the support as always. You all make my experience live streaming so much easier and so much more fun. If I had watched that game without live streaming, you know how mad I'd be right now. But Fleecy, thank you so much. 11 months on the channel. Kando, thank you so much for becoming a member today. Cam with the $5 super chat and Alive with the $2.79 super chat as well. Have to give the special shout outs there. Thank you all for tuning in. Not a good game. I'll have much more to talk about in the fan reaction. We'll see you soon, all right? Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. So much more content on the way. We'll have another live stream tomorrow night. Hopefully it goes much better than it did tonight. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the thumbnail looks like, folks. Let's see what it looks like. And GG's, hey, Dallas Stars fans, you're always a blast. Even in the playoffs, regular season games. I love all of you. Best fans ever. Just like Oilers fans, you're all amazing. I hope you all have an amazing night, folks. Tell someone that you love them. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go Oilers. Maybe. It was an ugly one.